It is early morning when we join the 2-year-old female Carnotaurus, Bruce. Although Stegosaurus is not her typical prey, Bruce will take whatever she can. The breeding season is near, and she is driven to rebuild the bulk she lost during the scarce winter months. The thagomizer spikes of an adult Stegosaurus can reach lengths of 2 to 3 feet long. A single swing can kill an adult Carno. Although this juvenile's spikes aren't nearly their full size yet, they can still cause significant damage. Carnotaurs are not built for drawn-out hunts. All too quickly, Bruce's stamina begins to wane. She has underestimated the strength of the juvenile, a potentially deadly mistake. Exhausted, all Bruce can do is try to stay out of range. The Carnotaurus begins to grow weaker from blood loss. She must put an end to the fight, or she will die. Success. Although the main threat has passed, Bruce's wounds are severe, and she may still die from blood loss. She is vulnerable in the open field, but she is too weak to move. All she can do now is wait. Several hours later, the sun has now risen, and Bruce's wounds have finally clotted enough that she can eat from her kill. The organs of the Stegosaurus are packed with nutrition that Bruce craves. Having survived her injuries, Bruce is finally healthy enough to hunt once more. Spring is fairly plentiful, and scavenging kept her belly full. Scavenging, however, seldom gives the most nutrient-dense offerings. If she is to have a successful breeding season, she must hunt fresh prey. Bruce makes a quick decision to target the smaller female Tenonto. If she can bring it down quickly, the more aggressive male will likely leave her to her meal. Until then, however, he will defend his mate with ferocity. The male Tenonto may be slower than a Carnotaurus, but what he lacks in speed, he makes up for in stamina. Having spent much of the last several weeks resting, Bruce's body is still not in top shape, and she begins to grow tired quickly as the Tenanto stays close on her tail after each charge. For the second time, our Carnotaurus finds herself exhausted and at the mercy of her prey. She does her best to avoid the brunt of the Tenanto's attacks, but cannot hold out forever. Bruce tries to retreat, crying out in surrender as she moves further from the Tenanto's territory. However, the pair will soon be nesting themselves and will not want to share this area with a Carnotaur. In a final desperate scream, Bruce calls out to the bachelor pair of Carnotaurs she knew to be nearby. They may help, or they may kill her. The call, however, appears to have had an even more desirable effect. The Tenantos back off quickly, not wanting to deal with the pack in their own weakened state. Late spring. Our Carnotaurus is woken by the soft chuffing of a male that has picked up her scent. He calls out to her in hopes that she will be receptive to his advances. The male lifts his head and struts for her, allowing her to approach cautiously. This pairing ritual allows both animals to examine one another and accept the match. Over the next month, the pair will hunt together and share meals as they build a nest and lay their eggs. Both will need as much nutrition as possible in order to raise their future hatchlings. Pachycephalosaurus has an incredibly thick skull used for breaking bone in a dangerous, offense-based tactic. A lone Pachy will often cause significant damage to its attacker before disappearing into the thick forests of Spiro. Neither Carnotaur was significantly injured. A few fractured ribs and some heavy bruises will heal, and this meal will provide the energy necessary to build their nest. Due to their fast metabolism, Carnotaurs do not sit on their nests as many other species do. Instead, they form a nest of sticks and brush to keep the eggs warm and protected, so the parents can continue to hunt while the eggs incubate. Before long, the eggs are ready to hatch. Unfortunately for this pair, not all of the eggs survived. The lone hatchling will need to be fed by the parents for the first few weeks of its life. As the hatchling begins to hunt compies, she shows how quickly instinct kicks in. Soon, her father will move on, and Bruce will continue to raise her child on her own. The mother Carnotaurus will remain with her offspring for the next 9 months. Raising her child will not be easy, but Bruce is up to the challenge. Tweet, tweet.